mid on for no runs. I have Kamal M because I don't have the full scoreboard to tell you what M is about. So Kamal comes in, short outside the off stump, played by Shaban, pushed it into the point. They went for a run out at the bowler's end. Throw was wide of the stump. They crossed for 2 runs. So Shaban is off the mark, and BDCL Mirror 11 is off the mark, 2 runs off 3 deliveries. We have Glorious Sunshine out here. Game has started about 3:45. Farish, what time did we start? 3:48? 40?
About 3:40, 3:50.
Yeah, 3:50. And that was pitched outside the off stump, through to the wicketkeeper, left alone by Shaban. So this is actually a repeat of the 2019 Central T20, which was actually played between BEDCL and Manitoba. After Manitoba had defeated, I can't remember all of them, and we had defeated T&D in a close encounter. So Kamal comes in, and that was driven nicely. Right? Oh, and that's Shubham Sharma, that was caught. In the cover region, that was it straight to the fielder. So Manitoba has struck the first blow, and Shubham Sharma, one of the aggressive openers so far for BDCL Mayor Brown 11, has lost his wicket, and that's the first wicket to fall for BDCL.
Not start to the world temper.
No.
Give me that mic.
Put the miss. Okay, that's a setback. Now let's hope they bat themselves out of that. It's just a wicket. This happens in cricket. Many teams have lost their first wicket and then come back aggressively. Kamal runs in, bowls outside the off stump, played nicely. Incoming batsman is Jagraj. So that's the first over for 2 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Unfortunately, BBCL has lost the opener, Shubham Sharma, who has been pretty aggressive throughout this tournament, especially this morning again. Him and the skipper took that game down. I guess you can make runs every innings. So, skipper Navid was on strike. After that, they have Azad Zaidi, then Booker and Hami, then Rowan Sadiq, then Salman Nazar, Aviraj Vert, Walid Imtiaz, Waqas Butt, Vipul Patel. That's the playing 11 for BDCL, Mayor Brown 11. From Manitoba, we have Trevor Manu Singh, Vijendra Mathura, Yasu Singh, Sarjit Singh, Kamaljit, Mandeep Sodi,
Arayim
Arid Khan,
Muaz
Marquazi,
Tito Amana
Tito Amana,
Amrapur
Singh, and
Kamal
Kamal.
Mandi.
Tito Amana is ever heard of him yet? So I hope he's in the playing list. Arminder Singh coming in, opening with spin attack from the first over. Gentle right arm coming through and around the wicket. Bowling to skipper Navneet Dhaliwal. Yeah, leaving like that. Oh no. And that was ball and pitch outside the off stump, turning away, collected by the wicketkeeper. That ball, no run. As Harminder Singh comes in and chipped up. Navi chipped up the wicket and played that quietly back down the wicket to the bowler. And that was ball wide of the wicket but not called wide, so assume it was safe. Left alone by Navi. It's a quicker one. And that off break was zipped into Navi, who played back and just pushed it down onto the onside. No run. That's the end of the second over. 4 runs without loss. Fresh. You didn't have nothing in the cooler this one?
Just started back off.
Yeah. Is it green? Kamal is back into the attack from the bottom end.
For sure.
Kamal comes in. And that one was dropped and turning away to the slip corner. Wicketkeeper come across, collected that safely. No runs left by Juvraj. Kamal comes in. And that was hit nicely over the covers to deep extra cover for 4 runs. So Juvraj has started his account with an aggressive 4. That's the type of batsman he is. He's a hard hitter. Yeah. So Trevor Mano Singh is coming up to speak to the bowler, but I don't think Trevor is the captain. That again, any advice is good advice. So he's bowling to a point, an extra cover, a deep back, a deep forward point. As Kamal comes in, the ball to Jugraj, and that was ball wide and off the off stump, through to the wicket keeper, no runs. Then on the onside, he has a mid wicket. That's it. Tony, am I seeing right? There's only one person on the onside?
Short mid wicket and
Yeah, the short mid wicket, that's it.
Long on.
Oh, and a long one. Yeah. I need a translucent monitor. How are you doing, buddy? Good? Yeah. Good job so far with the selections. As Kamal comes in, runs up, deliver that one, and again turning away to the safely into the onside through to the wicket keeper. But those are what you could consider good balls as far as Manitoba is concerned. because they're dot balls. Kamo gets to his run up, starts his run up, comes in. And again, that one kept low outside the off stump. In retrospect, I think they probably should have rolled a wicket in between innings. So 3 overs we completed, 8 runs for one. That's a run rate of 2.67. So it's not an aggressive start after we lose one of our top firing openers. I'm not asking Tony for his opinion on that one, or else I'll have to have him ushered out. Okay, Tony, give me your opinion. What do you see so far? Give me your opinion. What do you see
So there's the Brampton's obviously going to have to consolidate this time.
so far?
Try
Give
not
me
to
your
lose any more wickets.
And that one was beautifully picked up by Navi Daliwal for four. Picked up and sweetly timed over deep left cover. Oh, look who is joining me now. The man that I was asking for all morning, who's been missing in action on a Cricket Canada event. Folks, joining me is none other than the Vice President of Cricket Canada and the President of T&D, who's my buddy, and I thought he would be hiding from me for about 3 weeks. we just like to goof with each other. Tony, can I get my Mohammed in? So, Mo, give me your opinion on what you saw so far on the coverage of the teams that are playing. Is that too close? You could come around this side, right?
Definitely, Frame. Thank you very much for that usual lovely, friendly introduction between us.
You coffee.
All I can say that it's been a phenomenal tournament. I haven't been able to be here, but the streaming is just great to have. Been following a lot of the games through the streaming, and this is wonderful. Wonderful to see Manitoba and the BEDCL here in the finals. So far, it's a good game going there. BEDCL value 24-1.
Yeah, we lost our opener, hard-hitting opener.
Right there, wonderful catch taken in the field.
Yes.
I went straight to the batsman too, so it was a catch and nevertheless.
He had second semi-final. The semi-final was also a nail-biter between Quebec and Manitoba. It could have gone either way. With a 6 and a 4 turned the tide for Manitoba to get that 106 runs. Oh my, and that we have just lost the second wicket. Arvinder dragged the Navi Daliwal up the wicket, completely missed it. The wicketkeeper made no mistakes at taking this bails off.
Got to be happy for that wicket. Taking down current captain of our Canadian national squad.
That's a huge wicket.
Manitoba's got to be very happy with that. Navneet goes for 14 runs off of 10 balls. Score remains at 20-1 after 3.4 overs. The wicket was taken by Umbringer.
So the BDSL Mirror 11 will have to try and consolidate and get themselves back into this picture. It was unusual. They won the toss and they not usually put the opposition into bat. But due to circumstances this afternoon, they reversed that decision and decided to bat. Hope it doesn't come back to haunt them. But the game is young, so starting. Sorry, electronics. At this point, Manitoba will consider themselves on top of the game, having get 2 openers who have been pretty destructive so far in the tournament.
Asad is the new batsman for BEDCL Mayors 11. batsman not sure whether to take a run or not, playing it safe after those two wickets have fallen. Brings up the end of the over. 20 for 2 after 4 overs. BEDCL Mayor's 11 and Manitoba Cricket Association coming to you live from the wonderful Terremoto Park in Brampton, Ontario.
The sunshine is peeking in and out. We hope that it stays with us. We had enough cold weather, shivering temperatures, shaking in this tent, doing commentary. Hope this could stay warm all the way through to the end of this finals. As Kamal comes in, delivers. Again, it stays low outside the off stump. Through to the wicketkeeper, no runs. Yeah.
These matches being played on the newly built triple hits, courtesy of BEDCL and City of Brampton.
And surprisingly, they're playing pretty true. They're playing like they've been there for a while. The city has done a marvelous job. One of the foremen was here. Give him all the compliments. We've been doing that throughout the broadcast. Oh. That should be they're going for a comfortable two, played down into the square leg position. Then to backward square leg.
Keeper making a wonderful effort to chase that ball down and save a few runs.
There have been some spectacular feeling and some spectacular catches in this tournament. Too bad we can't do the capture and freeze them and do highlights. But there's been some amazing feeling in catching.
You know, Frame, as one of your commentators was saying earlier, this is a good start. A little more investment is required. You know, bring most of that camera and everything, and we'll be right up there.
And I was punched over the covers and feeling that deep cover for the cross for a comfortable single. Yeah, Mo, as you were saying, it's getting better and better, and it's good to see that this year Quebec has improved their standards of cricket. That they're not after the first day heading back to Montreal.
Quebec was one of the forces in cricket.
Back in the days,
and,
yeah.
They're starting to
Revive. They're reviving their.
They have a lot of challenges there with the ground availability, etc. But I think they're working hard with the cities and getting back up to standard. Manitoba's always been a pretty decent competitive side, useful. They regularly participating in the Central T20, Manitoba and this newly, not very new, but it's been around for a few years now. We've invited out of province teams to this standard. Next week, the Western T20 will be playing out of in Vancouver, British Columbia. Another leg of the British Columbia tournaments.
And that's a white ball outside of the off stump. And as I was saying earlier, it's good for Canadian cricket to see that the other provinces have improved to such a point that they didn't just come and get early dismissal by BEDCL and PD. That today that they're here and they're playing in the semis and in the final. And that was driven back past the bowler on the onside for a simple single. And it's now 24 for 2 off 4 with a 5.14. Hey, Fresh. He's the vice president of Quebec, Cricket Canada. Nobody can tell him anything. Wait, you're born at me already? No, that was a short. He's gonna get ejected from the ground. So Kamal comes in again. So I had a short stint by the vice president of Cricket Canada. I'm sure he's hanging around. He's not going anywhere. So that's the end of the over. It's now 25 for 2 off 5 overs. So the run rate is back to a respectable 5. BEDCL Mayor 11 has batting way down. Unfortunately, all of them were not getting to bat because we were closing out the games with the first 4 batsmen. So with the 2 openers on, they should have ample opportunity today.
So you're saying we're going to see the depth of your batting today, Ken?
Absolutely. Mr. McQuatt.
I hope it's not a procession.
Arminder comes in, and that was played to the square leg, straight to the square leg, no run. Well, Manitoba is full of confidence, having just won a close game against Quebec. So they're continuing in the same vein of performance. So Arminder comes up, passes the one, and that's played back on the onside. The bowler made his teammates excited by hopping across, but he was nowhere near it. That was 1-2. Asad Zaidi taking him for 2, and Jigraj on strike, who's on 7. Good line ball, blink. Played quietly by Jigraj into the covers for no run. And that was sweetly timed and punched through the point region, forward point and cover region. They cross for 2. That takes it to 28 for 2 off of 5.4. And that's a white ball pitched wide of the off stump, no turn. They get 29 for 2. Mender is in his third over. And again, what a shot. He just laid back and punched that one over point for 4 runs, over covers for 4 runs. That takes us on to 33 for 2. You want to join me with some commentary? Yeah? Yeah? So, no. I was told, but I think it's if that doesn't go, that's still here, which means we made a lot of mistakes over the 2 days. I don't know, he's wandering around somewhere. Right? 34 pushed into the covers for a single, and that should be 35 for 2, right?
Good over for Brampton, Ben.
That was 1.2 wide 4-1. So 4-1, 6-2, 8-1, 9 runs. And that was Goodraj. Goodraj is another one of the hard hitters on the BEDCL Mayor 11. From their perspective, hopefully Asad Zedi and Goodraj, they have had good partnerships before in this tournament. And hopefully this could be a rebuilding partnership that will take BEDCL Mayor 11 back to a respectable position. Our run rate has now creeped up to 5.67. So there's a respectable approach. Kamal is continuing. I think this is probably his last over of his spell. I will tell you in a minute. Once Abby give me back my view. Or else I'm ejecting him from the ground as well. Kamal comes in. And good line ball. Pitch just outside the off stump, coming back into Goodraj, and he just quietly pushes it out in the cover. Immediately pounced on by the point fielder. No run. Kamal comes back. No, he's not going to say. And that one was he went for the big hit, didn't get it, got the edge safely over the and they've run 3 runs. Well done, nicely run. That is 3 to Gujarat and 3 to the score. which is 37. 37 for 2. And that one was picked up sweetly again by Azad Zaidi, and that would go for 4 runs. And as Mandeep Singh pitches it, and that was a good line ball, and he get back, he beat him, but he clipped the inside edge and went to square leg, and that's another overthrow, and that'll be 2 runs. And that's played again into the covers for a single. That takes us to 53 for 2. The ninth over is in progress. 2 deliveries have been bowled by Mandeep Singh. And the bowlers have the scorers have now got the bowler name correctly. And as Mandeep Singh runs in again, and that was hit straight to cover, but didn't feel it right off, but then recovered no run. So BDCL Mirror 11 has recovered to 53 for 2 off 8.2. Current run rate is 6.44 with a projected score of 128. As Mandeep Singh comes in, and that was driven straight back through the covers, coming in from long off to field that, and it's a comfortable single. Good throw into the bowler, and that will be now 55 for 2. Projected score of 124, a run rate of 6.2. That's a wide ball, and they run 1 run, so 1 wide, 1 run, so that's 2 additional runs to the score. That will move it to 57 for 2. Mandeep comes in, pitch outside the off stump. Azad Zaidi went for that, but was nowhere within reach, and it was safely through to the wicketkeeper. So Tony, what's your prediction now, buddy?
Too early to predict. Manitoba captain is trying to ring the changes with his bowling attack, but it's not. Can't really say that it's been effective so far because the Brampton batsmen are having a fairly easy time picking up ones and twos fairly easily, and then with the odd boundary. So at 57 off of 9, just over
6.3.
Yeah, runs bowled. But that's a comfortable position to be in.
Quasi is into his second over of his first spell, and he will be bowling to Azad Zaidi, who's on 10 off 12 deliveries. His strike rate is 83.33, so he pitches that one up outside of the off stump, left alone by Azad. Didn't bother to offer a shot. And that was pitched up. He tried to drive it through the onside. Didn't get good contact of that ball. Didn't time it well. And the fielders were going, whoa, it's like, oh, I hope so. And that one was now hit massively over the ball for long on for 6 runs. So, full toss, sweetly timed. At one point, the long on fielder thought he had a chance if he could jump high enough to get his hand on it, but unfortunately he couldn't. That was safely over his head. So 6 runs, taking us to 63. And that was pitched outside the off stump. I thought Zeddy selected alone like he did 2 balls before that, but he pushed it in. Fortunately for him, it made no contact with the bat. And that one again, which he put his front foot forward and drove that throw mid on, straight to long on for a single. That moves Zeddy to 10. Gujarat is on 32 from 30, and the score is now 64 for 2 with the 10th over in progress. And that one is a wide outside the off stump, and they cross for a comfortable single. So that's a wide and 1 run, so that will count as 2 wides, and the score will go up to 67. That was played back down through the onside for another single. Hey guys, Gotham, that was 67 plus this one, 68. 68 now. 68.
70. 70.
No, the wide was 1 wide, another one 2, and then this one.
It was a 6 first.
It's 68 now. Come on, guys. They put 1 for the wide, but there was 2. Go tell them. He ran on the wide. That was 2 runs.
Fives on the wide also.
Yeah.
White plus 1. 2.
A wide plus
Yeah,
1
he
is
got
2.
2
Yeah.
wides. Prem said he's got 2 wides.
And then the one after that.
Yeah, there's one.
I come 68. I'm fighting for that.
It's okay. Canada.
Huh? Okay. All right. Well, I mean, Mohamed Sami is down. We're into the 11th over. Halfway through the innings, is 67 for 2 off 10. And he tried to put that one out of the park, didn't make contact.
I think
It's not Mohamed Sami, there's a change
the
in
coach
bowling.
took it.
That's true. I think that's Trevor. That's Trevor Manusing. Trevor Manusing is in the attack.
Let me.
Whoa, that's good. Stop, stop.
Let me hold
And
it.
4 runs. Six, 71. 134 runs is the projected score. 71 for 2.
Water there,
Water?
Abby, you won?
Thank you.
You won?
Oh,
And what a shot. What a shot. Deep mid wicket for 4 runs. So Gujarat moves on to 38 and the score to 75 for 2. So BDCL Mayor's 11 has recovered handsomely from the loss of the first 2 wickets. And that kept low. And that should be a leg bye. Yep, I'm correct. That's a leg bye. That'll be 76. Gotham is way behind on this score, man. That's 76 defense 71. Like he's sleeping.
That's right. So you're watching here, you're for scoring there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a 76? The electronic is 76. Is this a 71?
Now refresh.
I'm gonna look here. So Trevor Manusing, and the other one is hit nicely, and that should go for 4 runs. Beautiful shot, 4 runs. 4 runs by Asad Zaidi. That's 14 for him, and that takes our score to
That one is not
80
refreshed.
for 2. It was good before, and he changed it to this view. When we had the other view, we had no problem. Sorry, some technical difficulties. We're trying to adjust. It's now 80 for 2. That was a beautiful 4 hit by Azad Zaidi. True long on to 4. So Trevor Manusing, his first over has yielded 8 runs or 12 runs, I think. This is not refreshing over here at all. Now it is. It's 80 for 2. You got it, Chadji. Trevor Manising, I was right. First over was a costly over for 12 runs. There's now a change in bowler coming on from the top end to replace was I think it's Arminder Singh is coming back into the attack. So after 11 overs, we got 80 for the loss of 2 wickets, a projected score of 146. Current run rate is 7.33, and that was short and punished into the point region. Hammered into the point, but they got just a single because he went straight to the deep point fielder. Arminder Singh comes up, tosses the one, and Zeddy backs it in on the back foot and punches it again to the midwicket, to the deep cover region for a single, moving to 82 for 2.
Oh, where did you shoot? No, that's a VIP stuff.
No, you're gonna add it to that. Oh, yeah. That was no for us. That was ball, went safely through to the wicketkeeper. It was pitched outside of the off stump, left comfortably by Gujraj. As Arminder comes up, crosses the one, and wide. He decided to leave it alone. I think that's a wide choice. You don't want to go after a white ball and get an edge or mistime it. We're now on 83 for 2. Off 11.4. And he tosses that one up. It's slow. Allow Gujraj to step back into his wicket and punch it through the covers for a single. So we've now recovered to an 84 for 2. So this is a great partnership by Azad Zedi. And beautifully played on, but flatly through the covers to deep cover for a single. That takes the score to 85 for 2.
The run rate now is just over 7, Prem.
Yeah.
As you said, a good recovery from running loss.
Shaji, whatever he did, this screwed up. This monitor was working fine all morning, all day. I'm gonna kill him when he comes back. I told him stop playing with it. He keeps setting and setting and changing and setting. I tell him leave it alone. Now it's good. So 85 for 2 after 12 overs with our current run rate is can't see it here.
7.1.
7.1. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
85 for 2. Azad Zedi on 16 off 16 with a 100 strike rate. Yuvraj, that should have. Oh, some.
Yeah,
There it is. Gujraj Roman is 44 off 40 with a strike rate of 110. Coming into the attack now is Jatinder. Jatinder had a good spell in the semi-final just finished. Medium pace. Runs in at a good canter. Delivers now on outside the off stump. Chopped down into slip region for a comfortable single. That moved Asad Saidi up to 17 and our score up to 86 for 2. Gujraj is on 44. He is now on strike. As Jatinder comes in, runs up, delivers, and now is a wide ball outside the off stump. was pitched, turning out to the outside, went through to the wicketkeeper. He went for the big shot, didn't make contact.
That's supposed to lick his hand and hold the ball.
Huh?
Licking his hand.
Who? This guy?
Yeah, he's putting saliva on it. Yeah, he's gonna stop that. He's gonna sanitize that ball.
Yeah,
Tell him not to use the salvia.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
It's a warning.
He's training and he's going from here.
Why are you doing this? Why is he doing this? No, it's not allowed.
he's saying he's not putting saliva. He's just shining the ball.
No, but he's.
I'll go down.
Jatinder, that was a good ball, rising. He got on top of it, but got the outside edge, so he didn't comfortably play that. So they got 2 runs added to the score. So Gujarat has now moved on to 46 of 43 deliveries, as at Zeddy's and 17 off and even 17, so 100 strike rate. We're now 89 for 2. The umpires are just going to give him a warning, right?
Yeah, probably.
We covered all of that in the captain manager meeting. And that is beautifully hit. Short outside the off stump, and Gujarat leaned back and punched that over point. No chance of anybody. Stop that.
Oh, that one is too long.
That looks like 4, man.
That one is too long.
Well, 2 is 2. If the boundary didn't go over the boundary, 3. They're on 3. Good.
I want to fix your eyes, man.
Hey, coach, first you tell me it's 4, then you tell me the boundary is too long. Then you know you're going to tell me you want to fix my eyes. You want to eject it from the stem? Tony, out goes him. Out goes him. Dendra comes in now. And that was played, driven to the mid-on, and that's a comfortable single. 92 for 2.
Salman. Salute. That's
The
a
ball
50.
is still getting good carry though on the wicket.
That's
It
his
shows
50.
how good the pitch is.
Yeah, and Gujarat just crossed his 50.
I hope you're right.
50. Yeah, he is, I think. Yeah. Oh, they have 49 here, but
Huh? No, that
yeah,
was 3.
you jumped the gun. They got 49 on both of these. It's 93 for 2. Now who need their right side? Now who need their right side, coach? Who need glasses? Take off your sunshade.
I just asked you. It's 50.
No. You tell the guys I'm to applaud 50 already.
Okay, we'll make one more.
Now look at this.
Watch him get him.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Hey, you really want me to check you out of the tent? Huh?
I'm taking some sun, man.
Not you, Tony. Trevor has switched end, and that was driven back up past the bowler on the onside for a single to Asad Zaidi. And Zaidi has moved to 18, and the BDCL Mary 11 has moved to 93 for 2. This is an amazing recovery by these two. And that's a 50. Now that's his first 50, not the second 50 according to Coach Farouk. Well done, Gujarat. 50 off 45. Trevor played, and now once again beautifully played through the mid-off region for a single. Trevor comes in, tosses that out, and he didn't get full contact, but he got the bottom edge of the bat through the wicketkeeper. down to third man for 2 runs. Additional 2 runs. That takes Gujarat to 52 and the score to 98 for 2.
I think, yeah, he's gonna take it down.
There's a projected score of 142 with a current run rate of 7.1. BDCL mirror, no, we don't, no. No, they just allow them to take water when they need it. Trevor Manusing comes in, pitches. Oh, and that one was played upishly. That one beat him. Played upishly into the point area, but no one was there. It falls safely into no man's land. No run. End of the 14th over, 6 overs to go. 98 for 2.
We would need a.
You see what happened? You played. Now it doesn't refresh anymore. It's behind. It's lagging behind.
No.
Now it's now you're gonna see it's gonna lag again. Tell Chaji, tell him. I had to start using yours. Like severely lagging. Put it back to that other one that got that bar to cut it. He was pretty good at that setting. No. Move this way. Okay, come back this way now. Satindra continues from the bottom end. Comes in, runs up. And that was beautifully played. That's going to be 4 runs. Pitch true long, mid on, ended up in the long on boundary for 4. Now holding. Guys, the 100 up. That's 102 for 2. Healthy food, yeah? Oh, nice, nicely played. On the front foot, driven through the covers. And that's a single. He was going back as Azadi was trying to get 2 runs on that, but there wasn't 2 runs. We can't afford a run out at this point in time. What you gonna do again? What you gonna do? They're gonna get you. You know that sound? Yeah. All right, go. And he was going for the big hit over long on, but yeah, he didn't time that perfectly. Lucky not to have played it on his stump. Got the edge and trickled out to short point, just on the mid off side, short one. And Chatindra comes in, and that one was pushed back through the covers for a comfortable 2. So 103 for 2. Good Reds is on 50.
This one's 105 over there.
Is that yeah? See, 105 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
This is
Just a
105
person
Now we come up.
It's not live.
in the final.
What's live is what's happening in front of.
Oh,
Whoa, what a.
Oh, and that was nicely taken. That was hammered by
What a
And
guy.
then,
Good Raj. Straight to the cover fielder and he took
so I
that
told him to put the water in my car,
nicely.
6 case or so,
Well taken.
and then you buy the 8 case, and that will be good enough for the first day. And he said, if you want, I can drop the tent and all the 20 case of water or something like that. Then I
That
said,
works for
"Sure,
you?"
come in, then we'll decide." Yeah, so I think we save money, we just take it ourselves.
How much is that partnership, Fred?
Yeah?
How much is the partnership?
I'm not seeing the partnership statistics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll take
that's the score.
two,
Yeah.
okay, right?
If you want
Yeah, 210,
partnership,
and then
I need to
take the
change it.
water.
105 for 3. I think the partnership is probably 100.
Yeah, yeah,
This was
yeah. So whatever, because I'm going to take generator and everything in. So whatever goes in my car, we take it, and then whatever doesn't go in my car.
that's the new
Yeah.
partnership.
Okay.
You can go back to the prior partnership. Huh? See, that's a
When
feature.
did the second wicket fall?
Make note.
No, no, it'll come.
Okay,
You
I'll
can
send
see
it
that.
to you.
Yeah, I follow which is gonna tell you. Look at the second wicket now.
Because I'm creating this, huh?
Mm-hmm. Asad Zari is on 25 of 22. Gujarat Human 54 from 51. Caught Trevor Manu Singh, Bol Jatindra. Navid Dali over 14 of 11. Caught Vasu, Bol Arminder.
You could, but you'll have to remove and edit. Yeah, it might not be the same place from the team before, right? From last year.
A little hesitation there by Azad
This
Zari.
means
Almost
copying
had a
players as
confusion between the two batsmen, but they end up crossing for a safe single. And the score is now 163 after 15 overs.
You did? Scroll up there.
Give me one and then I can see.
Yeah, good. This one.
That's the whole blank screen.
You want something that updates frequently? This is the one.
I don't want to look at a little tiny shit thing over there. We have a big ass monitor. Why you make me wonder things? Come on, put it back to what was working. Like what was over here. Put it over there. That was the end of that over. Yeah, put it back there and leave it.
1 second, sir.
Then you just maximize it.
That will go down again.
Okay, alright, got you. Okay, that's good.
You good?
Yeah. 106 to 3 at 15, and that was just first ball of Trevor Manu Singh, single.
Leg by.
A leg by. Okay, leg by. Thank you, coach. It's not my glasses. I wasn't looking. I'm looking at this man. I'll be playing musical chairs with the displays. And that was driven to the cover. He tried to stop it. Couldn't.
Schedule is match.
They crossed for a single.
Go back. Go to Excel.
108 for 3 at 15.2.
Yeah, and I'll tell you.
I'm just gonna cut and paste it.
Yeah, no, but you need what? There's one more row.
That's okay.
That was pitch turning away from him
Why
down
don't you
the
just select all?
outside.
Right? Just match
Tried
number.
to cross it
Make
over
it as
to mid
lead.
wicket. Didn't make
Yeah,
that
no,
down.
not there, not there. Here, number 1. You need to put lead. Leag. Yeah, GUE.
The Trevor Manu Singh comes in, pitches that one up, and again Zari was going for the big hit over mid wicket.
It's not Jati, it's the other batsman. Jati is over there, the other non-striker.
It's Gurkharan. Thanks, coach. Gurkharan. Zari is on the non-striker's end.
Your date has to be in the format
Yeah,
of
Gurkharan is number 11. Zari is 12. Yeah.
date and year.
As Trevor comes in again. And that was a good contact and played it out into the mid-wicket region. And they're going for a comfortable 2. It takes us to 110.
Okay, so do
For
this.
15.5. Gurkharan is on 3.
But
And
it needs to be
Azad
in a
Zari
particular
in
format. It needs to be in a particular
126.
format. Just give me a second.
I was pitched outside the off stump, and that's the end of Trevor Manu Singh. Second over.
What
3 overs for 20 runs. No wicket.
No,
August 3, 21.
no, it cannot be this one.
So this is a good recovery by BEDCL Mir Brown 11 after losing 2
But it
quick
has to be
wickets,
the
the
slash.
2 openers.
Yeah, just do
Okay,
right.
then
And
it
then
has to be
after
You can
losing
make it. Just
the 3rd wicket, we were well positioned and starting a new partnership between Gurkharan and
Click here.
Zadi, Azad Zadi.
delete. Y. No, yeah, you're good. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Jatindra is coming back into continuing his spell. On the third over, he's bowled 2 overs for 16, 1 wicket.
No.
Same days, no.
But you
And that
copied
one
the
is hit
same day.
nicely
Yeah, the
into
same day is
mid
up.
wicket region, and that's 4 runs.
Raji, you copied
Valiant
3rd
attempt by
August.
Kamal
Yeah,
to stop that,
third
but he
August.
couldn't.
Control Z.
That will now take us to 114 for 3. Sorry for saying us, it's hard to extricate myself from the fact that it's BDCL Mirror 11 that's batting. Yeah, but it's a commentator.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be neutral,
So what you would do,
but
right?
I'm not a paid commentator. You see, if Mohammed was paying me to commentate on it, then I'll be neutral. But I'm not getting any pay. As a matter of fact, I'm doing all the work.
Yeah.
So that was driven back straight up through the mid-on position, long on running. Recover that to prevent any more than a single.
Mm-hmm.
We're 106.
And your team name is all caps, is it?
33.
Yeah.
We're in the 17th over. And that was a quick cheeky single.
I don't see any
Safe
teams
single.
created.
As long as the two batsmen have a
Yeah, so to create
good
teams
understanding,
and then
and
add
as one calls, the other one takes off. These two seems to be doing that properly. They keep the score going and then look for the boundaries. The projected score was, I don't have a projected score here now, and I'm not telling Abe it's going to change all the displays on me. So I'm staying with what I have. That was outside the off stump.
So then you need to adjust your schedule for uppercase and lower.
They don't pick up the ball because they don't wash their hands.
Okay.
I said Zeddy is on strike. I said Zeddy is a very good batsman. He has a good reputation. And he has shown that throughout this tournament. And that is again outside the off stump, not within his reach. As Coach Farouk is saying, he should be moving and coming across, getting in line with the ball. You play that shot, right, Coach? You can't stand in one position and expect to connect, because then that's when you can get an edge and get caught.
Now go to
or miss-hit it and get caught.
upload schedule.
That one is exactly what we said, and that's caught by the wicketkeeper, and that's precisely what happened.
It's the matches.
So, Jatinder
Is there matches
has struck again. He's taken his second wicket. Azad Zari for 31 of 27.
17 finished? Or no? 17 finished?
No, 17. Yeah, 17 just finished. That was the last ball of the 17 over.
On roster, 16 for 4. And you cannot, there's no first second.
3 overs to go.
At this current running.
Tell the boys 3 overs. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
So King City, you can't just put King City. Which ground and King City? Yeah, so
Aviraj Burke is coming in to replace Azad Zadi.
Uploaded the ground. So I only see King City 1 and 2. You have it as King City A, B.
No, that's not my time.
King City
Close it back, Coach. Close it.
What do I have in this?
Space. Yeah, space A.
Unless you want some kebab.
No.
Double.
If you have some gulab jamun, I'll take it.
I wish.
I'll take some rasgulla.
Yeah.
So you don't order rasgulla for?
Hey, we feed everybody, not overfeed them.
This will be the third and fourth, and this will be the first place.
So Trevor Mano Singh is coming in link to ball the 18th over.
To make it as
wide outside the off stump.
First is final.
Who's watching these guys?
Aviraj Burke just made
third
a
position.
huge heave at the ball. Now we're nowhere near to it.
There is position. Yeah. Position.
And that's a quick single. That will bring Gorkaran on strike. Now it's 117 for 4 of 17.2.
No, now you can copy with the ground. Okay.
And that's it, high up in the air, 2 feelers converging, and that's a drop catch.
Man.
He got under it. I don't know whether it's the sun in his eyes or what, but he got under it, but didn't hold on to it at all. He just hit and bounced right out of his hand. So it was not the classical catching method employed, coach. You just stuck your hand there, and that's exactly what would happen. So Bukaran was lucky there. He's got 6. He's got another life. And now that one is hammered. Where is that going? And now he's caught. Now it's 119 for 5. This is the 18th over. Coach, I think the approach here is to get as maximum runs as possible.
Hello.
From these.
Hello. Yeah. Yes, paste.
Coming into stick strike is
No red,
Varun
right?
Sadev.
Means everything is valid. You see red, then it means, oh, there's a dash, the ground. Yeah.
Don't know the strategy of our skipper Navi, but he's been successful in winning all of the games that BDCL Mayor Round 11 has played. So you can't question his strategic initiatives. I think maximum runs is what has been told to the batters.
Series, teams, and then schedule. Put it.
And that was well controlled line and lane. And Dirk played that out into the square leg. And they crossed for a single. That will bring Varun Sadev on strike. And will take his mark from the umpire.
You're uploading players. So players.
Important 12 balls.
Upload players.
Important 12.
That was too close to come for the game. A single got Varun Sadev off the mark. So Trevor has bowled an excellent over there. 5 runs and a wicket. It's 121 for 5.
15 finish?
18 finish. So 2 over. So Tony, that was the 18th over. What's your prediction, buddy? You said the 18th over is deciding over to give you insight.
18th over of the second
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. That's a typical West Indian. Back him in the corner and he'll wiggle out with some other interpretation. I knew that. I knew that was coming. That's why I asked you that question.
Click on it.
Right?
I'm projecting a score of 135.
Yeah, I'm not betting with you on anything, man.
125 on 40, I'll take that.
What's the projected score?
135 on 40.
Read that later, man.
12 balls, 20 runs.
Coach,
2 overs to go. 121 for 5. Let's see what BDCL Mayor 11 is up to now. Jatindra is back into the strike. He has been a successful bowler by picking up 2 of the big wickets. Jatindra comes in now, bowls this one. And Varun Sadev tried to come across and play the scoop. Didn't make contact with that, so no scoop. So there was no scoop on that shot. Tony, there was no scoop to report on the attempted scoop.
Oh, yeah.
You got that, my man?
Oh, you need to add more rows. So 14 members.
Jatindra is bowling at 22 for 2 wickets. He's in his 4th over, 2nd delivery.
Add it.
As Jatindra comes in, runs up, played out the bowler outside. Varun just chopped that down into the slip region and crossed for a single. So a 1 dot ball, 1 run. 122.
That's a 13 members form?
For 5.
Who's this coach? Who's this?
Yeah, him. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, no, hold on.
Short, and that was hit
Start your
formally
yeah. No,
into
yeah.
the mid-off region, deep mid-off, and for a single for Vert, and that brings Veron on strike. Vert moves on to 3, Veron is on the 123 for no loss. That's a good length to go, pushing it back. Vert was running up the wicket, lucky for him. The bowler didn't connect and flip that onto the stumps or redirect it onto the stump. That would have been a loss of a wicket by run out.
Last one was easier than
Later.
And that was nicely played by Veron. That's 4 runs. No?
the boundary is too
Again,
long.
no. As coach said, that boundary look long. Coach?
The boundary is
That
really
boundary look long.
very long boundary, man. All the way down the bush.
Regulation size wrong, buddy.
Yeah.
They crossed for
Hold on,
2.
hold on, hold on. Hold on. Oh, you added 25.
125 for 5. This is the 19th over. Last ball.
Okay, who's Marshall?
Again, he tried for the reverse sweep. Didn't make contact.
Yeah.
That would be a leg by.
Sorry, I was listening to Frank.
126
Wait,
for
wait,
5 of the 19th over. Last over
Okay.
of the BDCL Mere 11
Did you?
innings.
10 runs required for 135.
Just hold on.
10 runs required for 135.
So let's see what do we get fireworks or do we get
Okay.
dot balls? What happens here? Let's see. They have 5 wickets in hand.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to lose any wicket, but they want to score boundaries. They need to score boundaries. 5 sixes would be ideal.
We finished with this.
Farouk?
Yes.
I gotta create
5
another
6
series.
Somebody has a power with 5 6. I must have Frank wanted to play very nicely.
I'm telling you, coach, those guys did
Very nicely.
they've done an amazing
126?
job. An amazing job. Everybody was telling me, Prem, how was your natural turf? Who's gonna maintain it? Who's gonna make certain it's playing well? Who are your experts? And I keep telling them, the city. These guys have done an amazing job. Absolutely amazing. One of them was here earlier. You weren't around. I introduced you to him.
Just go to
The other one is out on his vacation, or else he would have come. That's the 2 foremen of the crew. And I visit the crew on the ground, and each one of these boys understand exactly what they're doing for the cricket pitches. And that one was edged out, and there should be one. They got 1 run.
Go to the second.
Verk has that habit of not backing up. They should be going the first run fast. That
Yeah,
should have
go
been
to
2
the
runs.
first
Easy 2 runs.
Okay.
Somebody's
Go series.
It's 127.
You all?
There's 5 deliveries to ball.
White ball.
White ball, that's well white. That's an extra run. 128 for 5.
Still got 5 balls.
Hey, he has 5 balls to play with. Come on, man.
10 runs.
Score.
10 runs, 5 balls.
Yeah.
Not hard tennis, leather.
Just touch the ball, buddy. He's going to hit a 6, man. There's nobody over here. Touch the ball, it's 2 runs.
Not men. You.
Yeah, all he has to do is
All
use
you
the
have
pace,
to-
use the pace and steer the ball out
Steer the
down.
ball in the gully position. There's nobody here. 2 runs.
How
It was hammered into the covers, but
this
stopped
one?
by Trevor Manu Singh.
That's one that we-
Sure, that will
we
hurt a
gotta
little
delete
bit.
this one.
Hold on.
Yep, it is. Now he's flexing it.
So there's one here already. And everyone delete one.
Yeah, delete it.
I think Work is wasting this over. He could have easily redirected all of those balls through the gully and got singles or doubles, at least a single, instead of dot balls. So this over one,
Not
a white,
Hey,
and 3 dot
he's
ball.
not playing an Astro, man. It's a turf wicket. Dexterity. There's nobody in the mid wicket. He's got a
T20,
square
hold
leg.
on.
Aha.
Mid wicket is
Don't get him
empty.
going, man.
Mid wicket is
He was
empty.
off 4
Gully is
balls for no
empty.
reason.
Come on,
Yeah, but 2 balls
man.
remaining.
Yeah,
Easy over
what?
here, 4 runs. Every ball's going here. Touch the ball. Nobody here. 2 runs.
Central
He
T20.
missed the whole ball. Does he want to swing for 6? He's not playing the ball, man.
I'll take it easy, man.
No, coach is right, man.
I know.
5 balls.
Mid wicket is empty. This gully is empty. Just redirect the ball. Use the pace and redirect the ball. Zip, what's wrong with you, boy? Again, you do the same shot. And now you're gonna just run out, running for nothing.
White ball. He wasted the whole over.
This one is okay?
Yeah.
This is all our baseball.
It's a white ball, eh?
You're damn right, coach.
No, no.
You know, he's powering the ball to 6. Instead of
Not
But he's not making contact. Just redirect the
Then
ball.
you play smart cricket. Hits the ball and go.
The guy is bowling with good pace. Just use the pace of the ball and redirect it through mid wicket or through gully.
Can we check the teams then?
Wow.
Varun Sadi was done the same thing.
Wow.
And that's the
World
end of the
freaking made
BEDCL
over in the
innings.
20th over. Yeah, there's no
It's
team.
now closed at 126.
Yeah.
29.
129, sorry, coach. 129 for 6. It's the 6 that's in my head. 129 for 6. The target will be 130.
Well, we gotta
So
read
can you give me the
schedule
scorecard?
Ready?
The scorecard? Man,
Crazy.
you kill me to read that damn thing. Come on.
No, you said to get a monitor, so we're giving you a monitor. What do you want?
Yeah, when Abe wasn't here playing, you get exactly. You got Shaji messing with me? Huh? We'll run through the scorecard for you. Subham Sharma, 2 of 5. Caught. Kamaljit. Ball. Kamal. Navli Daliwal. Okay, ball shush. 14 for 11. Caught Vasu. Ball Arminder. Gudraj Gaman. 54 of 51. Excellent innings. Caught Trevor Manu Singh. Ball Jatindra. Azad Zaidi. 31 of 28. Good partnership between these two guys to bring BEDCL back. Caught Vasu. Ball Jatindra. Gurkaran Dani, 6 of 9. Caught Mandi Ball Trevor Manu Singh. Aviraj Vert, 4 run out. Varun Sadi, 4 of 5 not out. Vipul Patel, 1 not out. Salman Nazar did not bat. Walid Imtiaz did not bat. Buckets Butt did not bat. 20 overs, run rate 6.45, extras 4, total 129.6. Bowling stats. Sleeping on me? Our technical operations crew is falling asleep here. Manitoba bowling attack. Kamal Mangli, 4 overs, 22 runs, 1 wicket, economy rate 5.50. Arvinder Singh, 4 overs, no maiden, 28 runs, 1 wicket, economy rate 7.0. Moj Quasi, 2 overs, 16 runs, no wicket, 8.0. Mandeep Saini, 2 overs, 9 runs, 4.50. Trevor Manusing, 4 overs, 25 runs, 1 wicket,
No, you need players.
6.25. Jacindra Natura, 4 overs, 26 runs, 2 wicket, 6.50. Wickets fell at 1 for 2, 2 for 20, 3 for 105. So that partnership was 85 runs. 4 quick to count for 116. 5 wicket 119, 6 to 129. That's a wrap with BEDCL Mayor 11 first innings. Yeah, now. Hey, now the BEDCL dignitaries Canada's dignitaries are turning up.
Yeah, that's just
Oh.
that's what we do.
Oh, that's not England. That's somebody
Oh, there's
else.
no English.
No, I made a mistake. Is there somebody else? Okay, I'm going to the washroom.
Okay.
And this, I take this.
Correct.
So this picture, I just put it on electronic arrest. I mean,
Perfect.
okay, so I think this thing is recording.
Wait. There's an extra.
On this one, sir.
No,
No, I
here.
just want to check who the
It's
previous
written here.
is. No, I just looking at it. Each, right? That's no checking it.
Oh, which captain?
So what you say?
Here, Mihir Patel is captain. One. And here it is land.
What? Three.
Here, there's two land.
This is how they send it to me.
So when you have a whoosh, when you have a player ID system, that's when you can put. If you use quick clubs, you can give a sort of ID card or electronic ID card to each of the players. Once they click to get onto the event, it's done for life. They are assigned an ID.
Just take the fabric and
I already have it. It's ready.
no, but I want to print them out.
Okay, that the physical printing part of it I can figure out.
So how are we gonna get this ID unless we give them a card?
We can email it to the registered email ID, right? That's the electronic, and the same thing we ship out. If you work out the shipping charges, we charge them and we
No,
ship
we
them.
just hand them out when they come to the game. We give them everybody
Yeah,
one
cool.
ID. They hang in here, nice.
Yeah,
And they keep it, right?
sure.
It costs a
That's
little
all.
bit money, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can figure out some
Yeah, so
vendors.
just
I'll talk to
let's
some vendors.
find out how much it costs. We print them out when they come in at the registration. We give them.
Do you need a photo on it?
Huh?
Do you need the photo on it?
Yeah, that'd be nice. But they have to load up the photo first.
Yeah, that is normal.
Yeah,
It's too easy, right? You give them my email ID. Everybody sends. I get 52 emails. I don't mind that. Right?
I'll send you. I took a picture of the first page. So those are the originals. I don't have any copies.
Okay, I'll make the original
So
copy.
keep it. But keep it though.
I don't know. I'll make a copy of the a photocopy of that too.
Yeah.
Because I have to attach that.
Yes. And I'll send you the picture. I'll send you the electronic one.
No problem. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. All right.
Good.
Keeping it busy.
Yeah, I wish there was
What's that?
more events.
What's that?
More. I wish there was more events. Like
Soon.
now, this year it started July. I mean, yeah, July, right? Yeah. So after that.
Hopefully next year we can get on it.
Exactly.
How's the scheduling software coming on?
No, I am out of that part. I don't support like day to day more. I just interact with leagues and I'm now more focused on the live streaming and that part of it. Right? I left that daily. Daily is a part time.
Yeah. Because that's very important for PDCA, right?
It is.
Very, as you can see, very complicated scheduling.
The thing is, there is a limited amount we can automate, but then there's a limited amount. I mean, there's a lot of it we can automate. There's a limited amount we has to be manual
But
intervention.
what platform did Pixar use? Because they work pretty good.
Yeah.
They use, from what I can see, like the round robin scheduler and they're readily available. I think it was based on that.
Uh-huh.
Because what it would do, it would schedule 90%,
Right.
and then 10%.
You have to move it
Because
manually.
if it didn't meet the criteria, it's going to say so. But 90% is scheduled, right? And a few of them you had to Like it consisted of blocking grounds,
Mm-hmm.
blocking team dates,
Mm-hmm.
assigning a home ground. We don't really do home grounds anymore. Back in the day, used to do
But
home
still,
grounds.
you can
Yeah,
technically.
assigning a home. We can, but it would be nice. Some teams would like that. Not too many factors. Blocking grounds, blocking team, multiple games on a ground, and then the different. The thing with so the different formats didn't talk to each other.
Yeah, even
So
in
if you,
cricket clubs,
if you had
they will not talk
50
to each
over
other.
and 20, it didn't talk. So it would cause duplication.
Same thing in cricket clubs, too. It will not because you're essentially creating a copy of the player database for each tournament.
Yeah.
So your T20 is a different tournament
Yeah.
versus T50 is different. So they will you have to manually override. Right? There is no. And some clubs say, oh, if my club is playing in the morning, I don't want to play in the evening. That is entirely manual. You cannot automate that.
But we try and discourage that anyways.
Yeah, because they have to register, meaning they have to register with 12, 13 players committed to each format.
See, what we want to tell teams is because everything this last years were different, but for
Yeah.
next year we should have schedule ready
In
February,
March,
February,
like in March,
and
yeah.
then you tell the teams that you work your schedule around
Exactly.
us. They make us work their schedule around
Yes,
them.
that's right.
No, we just schedule you have lots of notice.
But
You
then
now you plan your shit around that.
you also need people to, the tournament organizers to announce tournaments before. Right, that's all. That's also been the issue.
We're back again for the second innings. Manitoba will need 130 for the win. The finals of the Central T20 2021. Brought to you by Cricket Canada, hosted in Brampton, managed by Cricket Ontario. Walkoffs will open the innings for BEDCL, Mayor's 11. Right off the bat, Manitoba takes the single. Batting for Manitoba is Basu and Sartre. This game will bring to conclusion a great weekend of cricket. Cooperation from weather always plays a major factor in Canada. We're happy to be here on a very beautiful, sunny afternoon in the Flower City, Brampton. Thank you very much for this offer.
Yeah,
Tony, buddy, leave a little space behind there.
there's a mouse on it, mouse immediately.
Huh? I sent it to your phone. Okay, thank you. And then you can add the whatever. Cool. I'll leave that to you. Everything is, I have everything else. Cool. Yes. I just didn't get your phone. Yes. Yeah, whatever. Just leave everything to the finish. Shouldn't we start it tomorrow? Yeah.
There's no rest for Cricket Ontario. Immediately following this series, tomorrow at Maple Leaf Cricket Club in Queen City, we'll start the Ontario Juniors Cup.
They're done with the
Regional tournament.
The regional tournament. Come up there and watch the future of Canadian cricket players. Straight up the middle. Single, they're going for two. Yes, no. Batsman slips a little and throws in. It's safe. Two runs off 3 balls.
Who's the keeper for BDC?
Juvraj. For BDCL, Juvraj is behind the stumps as their wicketkeeper. Bowler holds back. We have Tony McWatt here with us in the booth. He's been quiet for a while, Tony. I think the viewers want to hear your voice.
12 numbers card?
A wonderful commentating accent. It's always a pleasure to hear. And I don't think they like my bland. I don't think they like my bland Canadian accent as much as they would like your little twist.
And the comments commentating. So you're generally only commenting on something positive to say. Right, Prem?
Another wonderful dot ball. Manitoba remains at 2 runs. One more to come in this over. We're sure that all the viewers have enjoyed a full weekend of coverage live in the Central T20.
You don't have anything assigned to 36. We catch it. Ay,
Up in the air, keeper makes a run for it. Batsman cross. After one, Manitoba, 3 runs, no wickets.
And the perfect start for Brampton. Quiet first over, only 3 runs being conceded. So that is what I want to do. I want to put pressure on the Manitoba batsmen, force them into going for the risky shots.
Manitoba is one of the up-and-coming provinces of Canadian cricket, as you can see, playing here in the finals of the Central T20. We're also finalists in last year's Central T20. So very positive news.
Very good for Canadian cricket. Well, I mean, the 2 out of tongue provinces teams made the semi-finals.
That's it.
That indeed is great news.
Hold on. Last. Go down. South. This floor south.
Waleed will be bowling the second over for the Brampton Mayors 11. An appropriate name. Patrick Brown, huge supporter of cricket. All these facilities are thankful to him and his council for bringing them to all the cricketers. Terramotor Park is a lighted field. Lots of night matches play here. One of the first in the GTA area, if not in Canada.
I'm waiting for you to the score ID.
Another lovely shot.
No.
Fielder gets to it,
Use the
fumbles it a little, but they only take a single.
Oh yeah, so I'll let you know how to reset. I'll tell you how to reset. Go here. No. I'm just going to show you where.
So we will be able to add any players in
Yeah.
here. So we're done? Everything is done already?
Yeah. So I will.
No, that's here. Everything is
Done.
for tomorrow?
Yeah. So clear save. Clear save. Start scoring.
Here?
Big appeal. Batsman is given out.
The profile. Go to action. Update.
BEDCL strikes for the first wicket in the second over.
Yeah.
4 runs,
Just
1
example.
wicket.
Preferences.
Try to play cross
Preferences.
for delivery.
So here you delete whatever is there and put your whatever you want to set.
Okay, so
Not now.
Okay,
Because
score AA, right?
Yeah, so you just delete whatever is there. Put let's say you want to have 6 or 20. Put that. And then click go
I'm
down.
gonna put down a score one.
Not, don't do it now.
No, after.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're gonna be 4, right? So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna put down a score 1, score 2. So this one change score 1, right?
You can, yeah. Scroll down.
Gummelview comes to the wicket for
Do I know
Manitoba.
or no?
Not now, not now.
I'll just cancel.
Yeah.
Then
You can close the tab.
that's so guilty of playing
Let me
across the
keep an eye
line
on
there,
him.
boy.
No, you go. Let me keep an eye on Ron here before you get heart attack or anything.
Oh, you're showing up here now.
Which one?
You need to charge up your
Which one? Yeah, fair enough.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we don't know which one is what. And the 19 and the 17.
Yeah, that, the series name.
Short delivery.
Oh, you could rename the teams U19.
Fielded greatly by Wakas. By
Yeah,
Wakas.
team.
Save a boundary.
Update view teams.
This is a repeat of 2019 final.
Yeah, you just prefixed it. That's it.
And that's a wide ball.
Yeah, Manish. Yeah. At Cornwall. No, good. Okay.
What is team code means?
It's like for India, IND, Pakistan, PAK. Like
So we can see that.
for under 19 West, what will you put?
Hmm?
Stop. Under 19 West, what will you put? It's tough.
Waleed bowling a few nice balls.
Then every
Two dot
team
balls
will
in
be
a
on
row.
top.
Very, very important in
That's
this
true. It's
format.
only 3 letters.
20.
Every team will be on top.
As you mentioned
You can
earlier,
find a
it's a
unique
very
one.
long boundary.
U9W, U9E, U9S,
Manitoba's
U9.
going to have to step it up a little, even though it's early in the
Just
game.
use them. This could be U7W, U7E.
Okay,
There's a shot down the leg.
we're done, right?
Yeah. Now if we go ahead.
Good for a single.
From 6 o'clock. Throw those guys on that porch table. Meet back over here, and we'll bring the full floor. Alright,
So can we change this?
Sure, you have logo for you to look
Okay,
at?
Ontario.
All. Yeah. So download. Go to here. Just right click. Right click. Save image.
Huh? Save image.
Oh, it's already there. Cancel.
Where is it?
Cancel.
Not a very good over
Go to play.
for Brampton. Just a few runs from it.
View team.
Keeping Manitoba very quiet.
Click on play.
Currently at 8 runs.
No.
One wicket.
Each team, yeah.
After the second over.
Run rate just at 4.
Never know, boy.
Go down. Okay, go down.
Waleed will continue his second over.
Wakas.
Actually, have to speak up. Correction on that. Wakas is bowling. for the BEDCL, Mayor's 11.
Vakas, but steaming in, gently tap to the leg side towards the mid-on area. Tap for a single. Manitoba moving on to 9 for 1 in the third over. Vakas has mixed up his length in the previous over, bowling one full and swinging it out, and then following up with a short ball. Let's see what he does now. That is again a short ball. He bowls a short, but I guess there was not much pace on the ball. The batsman equal to the task. Mohammad hooking the ball towards the square leg region for 6 runs. That was a really good shot. Manitoba getting a move along now. They're at 6 runs and over. They have a target of 130 this in the finals. So this has set the tone for Manitoba.
I'm sure the bowler will be thinking about that one.
What will Vakas come up with now? They need a breakthrough BDCL. I think Vakas is going for some extra pace, Mohammed. He is straying down the leg side, giving away some easy runs. I think BDCL needs to tighten up, show what they're made of. They are returning champions from last year. They need to show more tightness in the bowling and build up pressure.
That's for sure. If they want to keep the pressure up, can't be giving away balls like that. Plus, it's trying, as you mentioned, a lot of variation. It's playing for the wicket. So takes his run up now.
Floated up full on the offside and driven by the batsman Vasu towards the cover fielder. There was a bit of hustle amongst the BDCL fielders. Um, the hustle is good enough to keep Manitoba quiet. Dot ball. Um, as Ravi Shastri says, right? Dot ball are like gold dust in T20s. The more they build up, the more pressure Manitoba faces. Um, let's see how the last ball pans out in this over.
Good running by the batsman. And as you can see, Wakas is really trying to build the pace here. Brings it over to an end. Manitoba, 17 for 1 after 3 overs. The best over so far.
You've been around here from the start of the game, Mohammed. Tell me, share your thoughts on how the pitch is behaving. Looks like there's not much skid and bounce on offer. Batsmen are more playing like tap and run kind of a thing. I think it's adjusting well to the pitch. I believe that's an explanation. Typically, T20s are high scoring, but this tournament, if you see the scorecards, it's been all in the range of 120, 130 at the maximum.
So it's going to be Waleed coming back from North End. And yes, as we mentioned earlier, these are brand new natural grass wickets that are being used for the first time. They do take some time to settle. All in all, I think they played well. The city's done a great job in the maintenance. Straight to the fielder.
Few years ago, I'm with you on that, Mohammed. Few years ago, I'm sure turf wickets were like a pipe, were in the pipe dream, right? It's not now. In the last few years, it's turned into reality with several grounds across Brampton. And credit to the city of Brampton and city of Mississauga for supporting the sport of cricket. There's so many turf pitches, one here, a few here in Terremoto, few in Andrew McCandless, and several in Mississauga, Danville being one of them, right? I think it's growing in popularity and the cities are supporting.
Yes, what remains to be seen is let's hope they can keep up the maintenance. As everybody would know, placing a turf wicket is the easy part. Keeping up the maintenance is extremely difficult. It requires many, many hours of rolling, watering, maintenance, rotation of the pitches so that we don't kill the grass. Hopefully, the players, maintenance management, and all will respect that so we can see these for many, many years to come.
Absolutely. I think there is a role for us players also to play, and administrators also to educate the leagues and the players how to maintain, how to cover the pitches after play, so that the cities are also helped in assisted in a way in maintaining. Right? If the run up is
Looks like we got some spectators that want to sit right at the side screen. Umpire motioning for them to get out of the way.
they want the best angle, Mohammed. What can you say? They want the best angle. Maybe this is a note to the city of Brampton to build some stands or something. Uh,
Should be 2 runs there. Oh, batsmen don't want to take the chance.
BDCL bowlers, I believe, straying a bit. They are going down the leg, which results in the pressure being let go. When they give away these easy singles and doubles, it does not build up pressure. It rotates a strike. It's a new batsman. The bowler has to plan for him separately. So
Speaking of
look,
speaking of stands, Mayor Brown on many occasions has promised us a stadium. So
fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. Batsmen take two this time. Big shot, clear of all fielders. Field does make a gallant effort to stop any extra runs. BDCL is going to have to come back to the first 2 overs and tighten it up a bit if they want to keep the pressure on and win this game.
Manitoba is having wickets in hand, then they are maintaining the scoring run rate. Perfect textbook recipe for a chase.
Oh, there's another lovely shot. Beauty. The fielder cannot get to it. And it goes off for 4 runs. What a pleasure to watch.
That was a glide, or rather a slash down to the wide third man area from Kamal, was it? Yeah, from Kamaljeet, eluding the third man fielder here, number 02.
Waleed's coming up for his last ball of the over. Oh,
So good change up by Waleed to end the over.
24 for 1 after 4 overs. BDCL scoring 129. Manitoba will be looking for the win at 130.
Mohammed, if BDCL doesn't get any breakthroughs any soon, they have a fight on their hand. I think Manitoba will have the upper hand if they go into the after the power play with just one wicket lost. I think BDCL needs to maybe come up with some inventive methods, squeeze Manitoba batsmen into inducing a false shot, and they need to get a wicket here. So
Here we come with the bowling change. Looks like Salman Nazar
There has been the traditional
will be
approach
coming up.
to spinners as soon as they come on.
Salman Nazar making quite a name for himself in the GT20.
Now you're going to see both of them are going to come on.
Played for Canada in the past.
That's
what has
Very
been
young
happening
player.
all the games.
Let's see if Salman can do anything here for BEDCL.
It's been a trend bringing spinners in T20. We don't see this typically in one dayers, but T20 is so often that a spinner opens the bowling with a pacer, and this is it involves variation. It brings in variation, and batsman has to think. There's a single down to the mid on area. Batsman rotating strike very intelligently here, Manitoba. Vasu and Kamal. Let's see how long they can be patient and not go for the big shots. So vicious spinning delivery outside off. Batsman leaving that alone, but the wicketkeeper not collecting it cleanly as well. Salman bowling a beautiful line.
That one beats the fielder. Batsmen go for 2 runs very comfortably.
Score moving on to 25 for 1 in the fifth over.
27, I mean, that 2 wasn't recorded yet, so it's 27 for 1.
Salman changing up the length a bit. Last ball was a full one driven to covers for a double, but this one bowled a bit short. Cut straight to the point fielder. Extra cover rather. This one to the point fielder. Salman bowling to his field. Very smart and intelligent bowling. The score, Mohammed, I think reads 5 overs, 27 for 1.
That is correct. Salman only giving up 3 runs in that over, bringing back the pressure a little bit on Manitoba. Manitoba having 2 good overs prior to this. A lot of hard work goes in putting on these kind of tournaments. Hats off to Cricket Ontario, Shahzad for Prem Prasad and the rest of their team for all the work they've done to keep this tournament going and running smoothly throughout the weekend. And as I said, the work doesn't stop here. Immediately after this, tomorrow, they're on to the Regional Juniors Cup, which will be taking place at Maple Leaf Cricket Grounds in King City. That looked like Varun Sedev is going to be bowling for BEDCL.
Ahmad, they say thoughts echo reality, and you mentioned under 17 youth and under 19, and we have our under 19 coach right next to us,
Coach K, as we like to call him.
Sharmani Saab.
Varun flights his first ball and it goes right down to the boundary. Batsman take a comfortable 2 runs. Varun Sedev, another one of our Canadians who've represented teams in the T20 for its first 2 seasons. Also a stand-up player for our national squad. Good running. Another single, and umpire signals the bye. The run's up to 30. Manitoba requiring another 100 runs.
From then on, next couple of weeks, I'll be putting them down under 90. That's very one thing to think from that whatever group of guys to qualify.
I mean, it looks like there's a lot of viewers from Manitoba based on our comments. There's a good cheering crowd. This is wonderful that they can be sitting home in Winnipeg, other areas of Manitoba, and be able to watch their team play here, especially travel being a little difficult during our pandemic times. I also like to thank the viewers for tuning in and watching this broadcast. Is technically brought to you by Quick Clubs. Another great shot. That's going to beat the boundary. It looks like no. Doesn't make it. It's no. Great running by the batsman. Taking 3 runs there as the ball goes almost to the boundary, but doesn't quite beat it.
Wakas giving the chase there to the kind of a square leg, fine leg, middle region. Maybe blocked by the ducks there, which which helped Manitoba take a three. Varun Sadev ending the over. I think it's 1, 2, 4, 7 runs of the over, right? Yeah. End of power play. Manitoba ending up with slightly less than 6 runs and over at 34 for 1. As you mentioned, Mohammed, there's a lot of background work that goes in. Mentioned Crick Clubs there. I think we need to thank Crick Clubs for their continuous support for over the last 3 to 4 years in helping conduct and score and organize tournaments, bringing the scores digitally and ball by ball to our viewers and followers.
Second to none. Great job. Like I said, this broadcast is the technical part is all managed by Quick Clubs. They're definitely the leader in Canadian cricket and many other regions around the world. Everybody needs to. Everybody likes it. It saves us administrators from a lot of calls. What's the score? How's it? There's no more calls. They just need to go on to quickclubs.ca / whichever league they're looking for, and they can see all the scores at their fingertips.
So much cricket happens in the GTA, in fact, the entire Ontario, Canada area between 4 months of May to September. So many leagues itself in the GTA area, everything, or most of it at least, is on cricket clubs and Cricket Ontario as well. A lot of events. Now we have Salman Nazar coming back for his second.
Misfielded. The fielder should be using his hands and not his feet. Navi Daliwal gives up that run.
BDCL really needs a breakthrough right now. Manitoba motoring along at the required run rate.
Navi Daliwal diving effort. The ball beats him.
Probably slightly wide of the Canadian captain there, but a false shot by the batsman. Hopefully, next one goes to the fielder. That was a single taken directly into the fielder's hands. BDCL needs to show some urgency here in cutting off these singles.
Non-striker taking a good lead, allowing them to take that run, and good backup on the field for the throw.
Manitoba doing their basics right, hustling the fielders, sneaking those quick singles, challenging the arms and the ground fielding skills of BDCL players. Let's see how this moves along.
Salman Nazar brings up a dot ball.
Good turn there, grip the pitch and turn. Bit slow turn, I believe, but enough to beat the batsman.
That's a lot of what Nissan would like to see. Some nice tight bowling. 2 dot balls in a row. One more to come for Salman Nazar. Batsman goes for the big shot. Fielder's there. throws in, and it's 1 run.
Looks like a spinner's pitch, Mohammed. Do you think BDCL have any other spinners up their armory to assist Salman and Varun here?
I'm hoping they do, especially as you
Going
mentioned,
down
if
the
it's a spinner's pitch. Salman has done a good job in still keeping the runs at a minimum. Manitoba is at 38 for 1 after 7 overs. Playing a calculated game so far, not giving too many chances, taking the runs where they can. I think the batsmen are doing a great job.
BDCL A used 7 bowlers in their morning game versus in the semi-final versus BDCL B. Waqas, Waleed, Aviraj also bowls apparently, and then you have Salman and Varun who bowled their full quota of 4 in the morning. You also have Vipul. I'm not sure if he's in the squad now, and the captain Navneet himself. Need to see who else can be brought on to get a breakthrough here.
Warren set up, bowling his second over, starts with 2 dot balls. Here's a little tip. Keeper runs for it, batsman take a single. Great hustle by the batsman. Great. Taking every run that they can take.
Do you feel Warner's bowling a bit fuller here, thereby allowing the batsman to come to the pitch of the ball and either drive it comfortably or even place it in the gap? As we are seeing this over, batsman has squeezed 3 runs away. It is good economy, but for inducing opportunities, maybe. Oh,
Here's another fuller ball. As I said, the batsman moves up, drives it down.
that style of bowling could be potentially useful for 170, 180 target, but in a target of just 130, maybe bit pull back. But let's see how it goes.
Shot in the air, and it's dropped by the fielder.
That is a drop catch.
And it rolls over the boundary for 4 runs. The fielder should have had that. What do you think of it?
Easy. The fielder easily covered the ground, got under it. Maybe he took it too easy, um, because it did land in his palms, and then just he just dropped it. BDCL not capitalizing on the opportunities. They have, I can't even call this a half chance, it's a full chance. They need to capitalize on these opportunities to get the breakthrough, else Navneet might have to look at other bowlers to get the breakthrough here.
46 for 1 after 8 overs. Salman Nazar coming back for his third over.
Hey, you guys, don't take it easy, man.
Here in the background, coach shouting directions to his team. There's another safe shot.
Very, very smart batting by Manitoba. All they need is singles. That the singles and doubles also have the potential to get under the skin of the BDCL players, because it's the strike switching and it's just smart cricket in the end.
Appeal from the keeper for LBU, not given, but then batsmen are run out. Great throw by the fielder. Direct hit. BDCL getting a bit of that breakthrough they've been looking for, breaking this partnership. 47 for 2. Manitoba Cricket Association versus the BEDCL Mayor's 11. in our showcase event at 2021 Central T20.
Do we know the fielder, Mohammed, who executed that run out there?
Or Zadi. Zadi. What's his name?
Assad Zaidi?
Assad
I think Assad executing that run out, he created an opportunity from nowhere. And you know the saying, as it goes in cricket, direct runouts always tend to bring a wicket, and that's what it's happened. BDCL gets that crucial breakthrough that is so key to getting back the game in at least their grasp.
So we're at 47 for 2, and I'm going to hand over to my good friend Tony McWatt to give us his expert analysis of where the game is going at this moment. Tony?
I would say that it is delicately poised.
Yes.
After 8 overs, scoring at a rate of 6 runs in over. They've lost 2 wickets.
Viewers, here's a question for you, an often asked question in these close games. The Manitoba team going at 6 runs and over at the required run rate. They're not running away with it, nor are they under pressure. Just motoring along. Who do you think will win this match? Is it Manitoba to lift the title for their first time, or is it BDCL to retain? Post in your YouTube or Facebook comments, and let's have a conversation.
And I think the tide may have just turned a little bit towards Brompton with the fall of that wicket.
Tony, what's the saying again? Zero brings one, one brings two,
Yeah.
one brings two. Exactly what's happened. Left-hander from Manitoba, I think, gone for the big shot. Not sure why. Just a wicket had fallen. They need to consolidate.
And there was absolutely no need for him to play that shot. He just come into the wicket, has no idea for the pace of the wicket he's playing, and he's attempting to sweep across the line to pull a ball from middle and off to the leg side, which is not the smartest thing to do.
And may also not the best pitch to execute that on. This pitch is keeping occasionally slightly low and occasionally bouncing as well. And this kept low, eluded his bat and just crashed into the pads. Looks like a straightforward decision from the umpire. Even though Salman is bowling from around the wicket to the lefty, brings in a right-hander to the wicket, Arab Khan. Manitoba a bit need to consolidate, get some partnership going. 48 for 3 right now.
Cardinal rule of good batting: you go into the wicket in your first few deliveries, you play in the V, you play straight. You get accustomed to the pitch.
Get it in the middle of the bat, get a feel of the pitch.
Yeah. No horizontal shots unless it's an absolutely ranked bad ball. So that was very bad batting.
Tony, you echo my thoughts right there. Let's see how Manitoba keeps up now. They need a few runs, add 6 runs and over, and for the next few overs. They cannot afford
to lose any more wickets. Yeah, exactly. These two need to consolidate for the next 5, 6 overs, try and get it 5, 6 runs and over, and then look to launch from there with wickets still in hand.
Tickled away to the square leg mid wicket area from the batsman. I believe it's Vasu. Yeah, Vasu. Thinking Arif, the new batsman on strike. Let's see if BDCL attacks a bit. No, they still have the four inside the circle with five outside. Playing it safe, I guess. Tony, do you think they need to attack a bit more, put the Manitoba batsman under pressure, bringing in one more extra fielder in?
Yeah, the important thing is that they're bowling to their field, though. So as you know, as long as the Manitoba batsmen aren't getting the boundaries, I think they're pretty safe. So, but they just need to be consistent with the line and length. And an opportunity there where they just straight down the leg side, and it was easy single back with a square.
That's just releasing the pressure, Tony. That's just using. He slid that one to leg side. All the batsman have to do is get a tickle down to leg side.
Sure. So that stroke out to extra cover area for a single. You don't mind that as a fielding side.
Singles will not hurt BDCL. Dot balls will hurt Manitoba. Golden rule of T20. Let's see, we are coming up to an exciting phase of the last half of the Center T20. It's been 3 days of jam-packed action, 12 games on the first day across 4 grounds, 3 games on each ground, 8 games on the second day, 2 games on each ground, with the third day being today, just the 3 games for the semis and the finals. We are at the halfway stage of the chase, 52 for 3. That gives us 78 for the chase.
So required run rate of 7.8. Skipper Dhaliwal ringing the bowling changes, introducing Seamer back into the attack.
Ripple, the bowler, looks like a medium pacer, comes into the tag.
And he'll be wanting to improve on his performance yesterday. His 4 overs went for 31 runs.
Good start there by Ripple. Right on the money, honing on to the pads, looks like, from the angle we are at. Salman Nazar collecting the ball at mid wicket, scampering through the mid-on area and keeping it down to a dot ball.
Uh, Nicely tucked back with a square, 2 easy runs. So
Another BDCL bowler straying down the leg
leg
side,
side, yeah.
releasing the pressure. 2 runs, 54.
He seems. I was telling Prem yesterday, watching him for the first time. The odd occasion, he seems to hesitate. He doesn't run follow right. His run up is not smooth. If you look at him, every now and again, just before he gets to the crease, he'll hesitate a little and then go through with the delivery. So it's not a smooth, fluent run up to the wicket.
He is keeping it at a length, though, Whipple. And the last two balls have either kept slightly low or shot
Short
up.
up, yeah.
And that's the difference in a turf wicket, right? It can vary in bounce. Leaves the batsman trying to be safe. And three dot balls from Whipple. Really good start to his over.
Yeah, not bad. He's been economical.
Oh, what's it, Quinn? What's it, Quinn?
Strayed again, half volley and leg stump and punish it over the mid wicket boundary, far into the stands, I should say.
14 rows back.
That
Yes.
was muscle.
15 rows back.
Easily about 20 meters, 30 meters behind the boundary.
Nine,
Solid connection.
95, 85.
85.
85 on the Richter scale.
Manitoba playing this very smartly. They
Yeah.
are getting the required runs to the over,
Fine guy.
6 to 8 runs in over, and whenever they are in the pressure in the beginning of the over, they pull out this big shot, and they have the players to do that and the skills to back them up. They're trusting their skills and going with it. Now, I think Warren is going to complete his spell. He's come in for his fourth over.
And what? What? Uh, Give an LBW.
Lisa is listening to you, but you can manage it on you.
Playing half-heartedly forward. He was neither forward or back, sort of stuck on the crease.
And playing looks like played down the wrong line, probably resulting in an LBW.
I'm back for more now. Smart.
Unfortunate that we don't have the benefit of the replays, but that's a big loss for Manitoba, losing their fourth wicket with a score on 60 at 11 overs gone. So, major.
Wicket is doing a little bit of magic too, up and down. Was a buy, I think. The wicketkeeper missed it. So far, we're doing a good over. What do you think, 20?
Yeah, he's been economical so far. We'll wait to see. Still what? 3 balls left.
2 balls.
2 balls left in the over.
I think
Hopefully, he can maintain a consistent line.
That's right.
Apologies for the technical issues, folks. We had a slight break in the data connection, which we have resolved now. We are back now online.
So you mean we were talking to ourselves?
We were talking to ourselves, we were encouraging ourselves, hyping up for the good chase that's going to come up. Whipple as a really
One high up in the air.
not a good piece of fielding by the fielder.
Very bad miss there though in
He
the
dropped the second one. I think that's the same guy. He dropped it over there.
long off boundary. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Settled on it and then spilled it.
I think the fielder went got under the ball and somehow he just dropped it.
A bit of Brampton Butterfingers.
I think Brampton, the fielder needs to improve a little bit catching, dropping two really simple catches. To give a opposition a lot of chance to drop and catches, they will drop it like that.
Yeah, but Brampton's still in pretty much in control at this point. 7 overs to go.
70, almost 70, 65 runs.
65 runs.
49 balls, 65 runs. Another bowling change, I think it's Willie.
It's almost 9 runs and over.
Yeah, and another fast bowler is coming in.
No static from the stands.
I think Willie is coming back.
Being very meticulous in his field setting, he's moving the man.
Yeah, Naveed is moving the field around to see, make sure that no holes are exposed.
He's bowling with a gully point, deep extra cover, man at short, mid off, body down there on the long off boundary, long on, deep mid wicket, and a deep backward square. And that goes between both of the fielders, big wicket and deep backward square, and it's 4 runs.
This is the key player for Manitoba. I don't think so they should give him many chances.
I need to switch it back.
I get confident.
Well struck, much needed boundary from Manitoba. That was a wild swipe of the ball outside the off stump.
I think the Manitoba fielder batsmen are facing the pressure. There have been a few dot balls, I believe, Tony. So, and Walid is the bowler. He's changing up the pace, bowling slower cutters, bowling quicker ones.
Sky,
This is the guy.
4 more, another boundary.
No, not yet. No. No, it's just white. No, they changed the name. Both are white.
Hmm. With that
So right
boundary,
now,
Manitoba
yes.
moves up to 73 for
Yeah,
4.
yeah, I got it from
We're in
there.
the 14th over.
It's here, no?
You didn't change the password.
No.
And 2 more runs added.
As we spoke about Manitoba going for the shots, they are in the end they have got 10 runs in this over. Tony, I think that serves the purpose. That keeps their chase back on track. They now need, I believe it's 50 runs, right? 54, if I'm not wrong. 55. And it is an excellent catch from the long off fielder, running into the straightish boundary area. High, very steeply hit. Sky the shot.
And looking to up the tempo even more and getting caught deep on long off boundary. So another wicket. Manitoba now losing their 5th wicket to score in 75.
Tony, it remains to be seen if the lower order of Manitoba's team can cope up with the pressure. It's a big match, a final. Maybe they need some ice blood to keep themselves cool, and they need a player who can assist them in taking them to victory.
Yeah, but they're running out of overs. After this, there'll only be 5 overs left, and they still have another 55 runs to get. So that's you're looking at about 11 runs and over. That's a steep ask.
That's a steep ask, yeah.
I don't think any team in the tournament so far has scored at that level consistently.
Especially tough in a turf wicket with the league games happening on the Astro surface. Um, it's hard to force the shot. You need to pick the gaps. You need to pick the right ball to execute the big shot on. Let's see. I think it's gone up to nine runs and over, right? 55 of 6 overs.
Yeah,
So we're at 9 runs and
It's an
over
over,
required. Hopefully, Manitoba has some big hitters that they've hidden talent. Maybe someone can pick it up.
Mayor Brown has just shown up to the ground. He's here for the presentation, hoping for a win for the team that's named after him, Mayor Brown's 11.
And I'm sure that now that the mayor is in the house, the boys from Brampton will want to disappoint.
Whipple coming in for his third over. Manitoba need 55 runs with 5 wickets in hand of the last 6.
So just 9 runs and over. And again, no team has scored at that level in the competition so far consistently. So it's a big ask.
Whipple bowling a short one. Actually, Whipple has changed up the field a little bit. He has brought two in, only two on the leg side, the square leg and a long on. He hustled the batsman this ball, but if the batsman was up to the task, it would have actually resulted in a boundary. Let's see how the second ball goes.
Oh, he actually has 4. 2 men short. Yeah, you're 2 men short.
Oh, yeah. Two inside, two outside.
So, yeah.
inside edge to the pads. So batsman's coming through for a single. Dot ball, Tony. Dot ball. This is getting exciting. Manitoba has to pull out their big guns right now. Just 1 run conceded of this over. Excellent start by the full.
Just a single.
Single down to
No, at this stage, you need boundaries. Singles are not going to do it for you.
single down to the long one area. Fielder cutting it off just to a single.
Not a dot ball.
Excellent, floated wide outside the off. Batsman backing away and not able to reach the ball. Again, a dot ball from Whipple. This is some excellent death over bowling. We are in the last quarter of this innings of the chase of the Central T20 2021.
Shot.
That was powerfully hit down to the long off region.
Too powerfully because it went straight to the fielder and went so quickly that they could only run a single.
Sometimes too good is too bad, Tony.
Absolutely.
So we are at. Oh, sorry to cut you off. We are at 5 overs remaining in the chase of the finals. 52 runs remaining. Run rate just climbing up over 10 runs an over.
10.2, yes.
We have Aviraj coming into the attack. This is a bold move by the captain Navneet. He has bowled in the previous games, but bringing a new bowler now late in the game is a bold move by Navneet. He trusts the bowler, trusts his skill. Starts off with a dot ball Aviraj. Right now medium pace.
Two dot balls in the 16th overs. Not a good recipe for Manitoba.
Not good. It's not good. If we had a pressure meter on the ground next to the Manitoba team, would be increasing in level. Manitoba has to go for the big shots now.
And they did,
And they
and that
managed
is
one, looks like.
sliced down to the backward point boundary for 4. But they'll be needing a lot more of those right now.
Lot more of those. Tony, do you think this could apply for a batting scenario? One brings two. Let's see. They need that. Manitoba needs that. And if they happen to get it, it'll lead to an exciting game. Push the fielder down to third man. So we have a third man in the covers and a long off.
Shot. And that is spunked through extra cover for another 4. So getting interesting. Successive boundaries.
What did I say, Tony? What did I say? One brings two. That was a powerful shot to the cover region.
A 6 now will really get Prem worried.
One big over, that's all you need.
Easy double. Moss from the Manitoba team executing some really powerful shots down the ground.
10 runs so far off of you. Make that 11. Wide.
Wide ball. Average maybe buckling under pressure here. He has to keep it out of the vicinity of the batsman's range. That's ending up him giving an extra run. We're back at 10 runs required for an over.
Ooh.
There you go.
Dot ball.
Vagaries of a turf pitch, Tony. So we have them at 41 to win in 4 overs. Manitoba requires 4 overs, 41 runs to win.
4 good overs.
Four.
In the presence of
Our viewership on YouTube and Facebook has also picked up with a lot of viewers right now. Cricket in GTA is quite big, so a lot of followers of the BDCL team. Close to a close game. Again, folks, you're tuning into the Central T20 final of the 2021 season. We have 10 teams in the competition. Now it's down to 2. 8 teams from Ontario, 1 from Manitoba, 1 from Quebec. Ontario teams were 2 of BDCL, 2 from the T&D, Toronto League, 1 each from Ottawa, Hamilton, Mississauga, and Scarborough. Rounding up to 10 teams indicates the amount of cricket happening in Ontario. We're down to the business end of the finals. 4 overs, 24 balls, 41 runs. You guys guess the winner.
Wide.
So wide signaled by the umpire, probably too wide on the offside.
As they would say back home, he's hiding.
Waka steaming in for his third over. That kept low, Tony. That kept really low. It was barely half height of the stumps.
Yeah.
Obviously doesn't support the big shots that happen in T20. Doesn't support the target that's in front of Manitoba right now. They're down to 40 runs of 23 balls. Nearly 2 runs a ball. High cricket skills on display. Bowler bowling his heart out. Batsman trying to score the boundary.
But not a dot ball. This has been a good over for Brampton so far.
Waka tightening it up on the offside, firing it quite close to the batsman. Batsman not too quick on his hands, thereby giving a dot ball, ball going through the keeper.
Manitoba 90 for fun. Good bowling by Lucas. Probably had 3 dots and a misfield. And they took advantage of it. And they were single out of that.
Yeah, very good bowling by Lucas. Immaculate line and length, economical. Crucial 17th over of the innings.
Crucial 17 balls to set the stage for the next over from 18 to 19 and 20. Beautiful. This time he goes high. Maybe make it. Somebody's there to catch it. And not the catch. Not the catch, and it's boundary before. The boundary before. That's a big
Total miscommunication by the two Brampton fielders. No, somebody should have said mine. They literally ran into each other.
The big biggest guy was right there for the high and the long off guy moved them to run forward just to help them out. He probably blinded to the sun.
Yeah, but the cardinal rule is for somebody to say that this is theirs.
Absolutely. Good ball, good strategy, and a good pace.
Sorry.
35
Final ball of the 17th over.
And this time he puts it down to the outside. Single, bowler has to go for it. And
Just a single. So Manitoba now on 95 for 5, 96 for 5 at the end of the 17th
30,
over.
34 runs, 3 overs.
Still needing another 34 runs from 3 overs. 18
balls,
balls, 34 overs, almost 2 runs a ball.
many times 1 over can change. One couple of big hits can turn the game around.
No, no, no.
We're into the all-important 18 over, typically called moving day on a T20 game, where the match either moves one way or the other.
Last two overs here.
Hold.
Mike gonna close on Dick. Mike. Dick. Two wickets and two balls. 98 for 7. Manitoba was making it look very exciting there for a while. We're just listening to Mayor Patrick Brown and President of the BEDCL Prem Prasad talking a little bit about cricket in Brampton.
Here, come.
Hey?
Come.
Yeah.
Kamal comes in and gets off his mark Webway with a single. With that single, it brings up 100 for Manitoba. 100 for 7 after 18 overs. Still requiring 30 more runs. At this point, it's looking like a big ask. Wakaspat comes in with a wide. Manitoba can only do this with some big hitting here.
Yes. I thought it's once you get there, that's it. So we can find out if you try and see like that. See whatever it's did you look at it before? To be honest with you, I can't say. Four runs.
Will that make it down to the boundary? Fielder's giving a chase. And he stops it. It's 2 runs for Manitoba. 2 more runs. Toss butt, bowling his final over.
Shaji, Shah.
Saji, Saji. So you want best bowler, best batsman, and
I gave you the list, right?
okay. This one.
Big hit there. 6 more runs.
Hmm. What is it?
So there were 16 games. We're going to remove 20 games. So there will be 20 man of the match, right?
Yeah. You want 20 more?
Yeah, man of the match.
I can't write down all 20 notes. No way. If you had a printer, probably I could have calculated it.
Let's go with this.
But they're not here too.
Let's just go.
They're not here too anyway.
We just did a man of the match for semi-final.
Acha, for semi-final.
So last three, right?
Batsman playing it safe there and opting for only the single. 110 for 7. 20 runs required by Manitoba.
And the batting is like
8.
Huh?
8.
No, she was gonna copy you to do it. I'm not doing it.
Batsman take a chance. And he's run out. Come on, goes. Boys is thinking that he needs the strike at this point in the game. Therefore taking the chance and running out his partner. So with 7 balls remaining, we have 110 for 8. Manitoba still requiring 20 runs. New batsman for Manitoba is Trevor Manusing. The big hit, it's in the air, fielder's running, and it drops short. With that, we'll be bringing up the last over of the 2021 edition of the Central T20. 111 for 8. Manitoba will require 19 runs off the last 6 balls. Moyes is at 29 and 21 balls. Vipul will be bowling the final over. And it's a dot ball. Very, very crucial. Batsman takes a big swing and he misses. That ball just stayed low, right to the ground. Another dot ball. 4 runs, four balls remaining. Big hit in the air, 2 fielders going at it. Again, it drops between the 2 of them. 2 runs. 113. 3 balls to go. Tony McQuad has his calculator out and he says only 3 sixes can do this. Big hit again, up in the air, fielder goes, and he's taken. That will pretty much seal it up for the BEDCL Mayor's 11.
What's your prediction now? Now you're going to predict?
Repeating champions.
I predicted since the 18th over. You weren't here. You're too busy hobnobbing.
And Amrinder comes in to bat for Manitoba. Trevor and Amrinder in the middle. 2 more balls to go for Vipul. Batsman goes for a big hit. Right to the fielder. Only a single, 1 more ball to come. BDCL supporters cheering on their team for the win. And the final ball is the dot ball. Congratulations, BEDCL Mayor's 11. 2021 champions of the Central T20.
The BDCL team has been crowned the winners of 2021 Central T20.
Proud President Prem Prasad. All cheers, high-fiving, walking out there to greet his team. Stay tuned for the presentations. We have the best batsmen, most sixes, best bowlers, player of the tournament. And as you can see now, the BDCL mascot is also walking out onto the floor.
Yes.
All in all, I would say it was a great game. A good fight put up there for a while by Manitoba. Totally the underdogs coming into this tournament, making it into the finals, and putting on a good show for everybody. I'm sure at some point there was some nail biting on the BEDCL side, but they brought it back. Nothing for Manitoba to hang in shame. They did a great job. A nice young team coming out here, traveling from Manitoba. A very tight schedule over the last 3 or 4 days. Lots of cricket. Very intense, and a good show of stamina and athleticism from all these players. It's not easy playing this many games in a weekend. Final handshakes going on. Umpiring this game was Arslan Beg and Shanti Kumar. BEDCL folks are all smiles. Very happy with this win. It just goes to show you how far Canadian cricket has come and where it's going. Don't forget, right after this, starting tomorrow at the Maple Leaf Cricket Grounds in King City, will be the Youth Regional Championships, also hosted by Cricket Ontario. Come out there and watch the future of Canadian cricket in action. This is a great tournament to be put on during these difficult times that we're all experiencing, doing pandemics, keeping everyone safe. Thank you very much to Cricket Clubs for the technical support in the live streaming and the scoring of this tournament. Makes it very easy for everybody, especially to be able to calculate all the special awards for this tournament.
Muted?
Yeah, well, get the table.